in a number of contexts, but let me say this. It's an election with a lot of distractions. This election season has provided a lot of distractions. You'd think really this was about the next crazy commercial that you see on TV, because you can't turn on the damn TV without seeing one of these characters pontificating about A, B, or C. You'd think this election was about things like binders full of women, or whether somebody's got romnesia, or the next big announcement by Donald Trump, or perhaps even Joe Biden waiting to put his foot in his mouth the next time around. But it's not about any of those peripheral things. Those are the sideshows, and those are the distractions. This election is about our economic well-being as workers. I saw a Romney sign in front of a working-class home while I was driving up here with Vader. And I found myself thinking, if we go in that direction, we accept upside-down Romney economics, if we go back to the same economic program that put our economy in a ditch, if we cut our own throat on election day, we ought to have our heads examined. Yeah. How could we do such a thing? Yeah. And the reason is there's so many distractions, so many distortions that people take their eyes off the prize, and the prize has to be inclusive of what are our economic interests? What are we as working people going to do to make sure that more isn't taken away from us, whether that's money or our rights? You know, here's a couple of important things about the election. We need to know who our adversaries are in this election season. Well, let's think about it. Our adversaries are people like Jeff Immelt, the CEO of General Electric Corporations, that's trying to put in this competitive wage that cuts people's paychecks literally in half. Our adversaries are the Walton family of Walmart, 6 people who by themselves earn as much money as 30% of the American people. Our adversaries are people like the Koch brothers that are pouring so much money into this election cycle that we've got a greater distortion via corporate cash than we've ever seen before in an American election cycle that we've been through. Well, what are our adversaries thinking? I'll tell you what they're thinking. They're thinking that this election is the culmination of a war on working people that began with the stripping away of collective bargaining rights from workers in Wisconsin, continued with the implementation of a right to work for less law in the state of Indiana, and concludes with putting in the White House the single most anti-union candidate ever put forward in the history of the United States of America.